That's what Jacksonville is now.
What do you mean?
Go play in Europe. Go play in Europe, Jacksonville.
Okay.
Beer's done. I'm gonna talk into my hand and my beard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear it now?
That's your little filter thing.
That's fine.
Alright, welcome to the podcast. Bills. What are you laughing about over there?
Nothing.
Alright, so
I think
I'm Kyle, the main host. To my left, I have Dennis.
Hello.
Then I have Corey.
Hello.
Then I have Skip.
What's going on?
Then Billy Bob.
Hey.
And Sean.
Go Bills.
Alright.
There's one Bills fan here.
So today, we're reviewing La Hacienda and Gino's. Both cheese and pepperoni. La Hacienda is located at 900 Brighton Road, Tonawanda. And Gino's is 351 Fries Road.
Or freeze.
In the winter.
Depends what you like.
Yeah.
How's it spelled?
Oh, we have a piper
yes.
down already.
How do you freeze out of that?
It's a Tonawanda thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the pizza. Battle of the Titans. The Tonawanda.
Yeah, I always thought it was fries, but I guess it's freeze, right? I'm not calling it fries. Freeze, I'm calling it fries. It's just like the French.
Whatever you like, brother. Whatever you like.
All right.
What's wrong, Corey?
Don't your mouth full or what?
Are you trying to tell me to silence my phone?
Sure, I tried to text you something.
Oh.
That's old technology right there.
Well,
Okay.
So,
Oh, all right.
I don't know.
Bills.
No, I don't know what to do with it.
Reviewing pizza in Buffalo, who we think is the best. We may go bracket style, head to head, claim a champion after 16 weeks, or who knows what we decide to do.
are we gonna give him a trophy?
We could give him the golden
Wait, like
pizza
actually
cutter.
go to the pizza place
Yeah,
and give it to him?
I think we should. If you do a bracket style, and at the end, we should present them with a Bills trophy for the best pizza.
I do really like it though.
Huh?
I do really like that.
Like
I
what?
think we should. And then,
Create a
Do
trophy.
we actually
award it
make
to
a
somebody.
trophy or get a trophy and bring it to the pizza shop that we think won?
And do a presentation, throw it on YouTube.
I think so. Let's do it.
Of course, these are only our own opinions.
Skip offered to make one.
Not the opinions of others.
I don't know if I
Okay,
can make it. I'll buy it.
Did you
goes
start it already?
To winner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're
All
like,
right,
go
so-
see the red light.
15 minutes. What have you been doing?
Yeah. So the podcast is mainly camaraderie, community with our buddies. Have a special guest every week. Different pizzas every week, and we fill the void with Bill's predictions and talk. As Brendan, who's not here, says, good tastes and bad takes. So, all right. Anybody got some opinions first?
It's my first time with La Hacienda. I don't know. It's got a different crust, for sure. I do like it though.
It's like a crispier crust.
Gino's, if you're like a New York City person, Gino's folds and holds better.
It's hard.
I just had a bite of La
It's
Hacienda.
hard to pull though. Buffalo style.
I'm not a fan of La Hacienda.
But that's true.
I've said it forever. I'll say it again.
You came in biased.
I came in biased.
Even biased, yeah.
Coming in
It got rated as a 4 across the board out of 10.
Yeah.
And Sean, if you had taken your official DE&I training, you
And
had
I-
to get rid of your bias before we
You can't do it.
enter this,
Can't
right?
do it.
Right, Dennis? Corporate Dennis?
Absolutely.
100%.
Born and raised.
Get rid of your bias.
Gino's definitely tastes better.
I will just say, there's Tonawanda is known for its pizzas per capita. We have the most.
Where do you pull these stats out?
Per capita.
Language. We gotta make it.
He
family
made it
friendly.
up.
This guy.
That being said, there's a lot of options out there. La Hacienda is a nice. It's definitely nice, better than frozen, but outside of that, it's
Better than
I think
frozen?
it's like-
That's how you put it.
It's
Hey,
like
this pizza is fantastic. Better than frozen.
slightly better than frozen.
I like
just
it
just
right
a hair. It's in the categories between DiGiorno's.
Better than frozen, but you wailed
And
on
Tony's
it now.
pizza.
You've only got a little bit left.
No.
I
Come on.
force-fed myself this one first.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want the flavor to stay.
Don't worry, I'll put a bucket next to this.
Force fed yourself.
It's better than Rizzo's.
Well,
Yeah. That's
I
true.
can't
Let's
answer
plug for
that.
Rizzo's here.
I can't.
Well,
I've never had Rizzo's
We're
pizza.
not talking about that right now.
yeah, they're not going to be part of the bracket.
Yeah,
So
we
we're
made
doing
Rizzo to begin it.
Are we doing just like a head-to-head? Like, so right now we're saying I like Hacienda over Gino's, or I
Yep,
like Gino's
yep.
over Hacienda.
Yes.
And then next week, do we do like
Next week
Gino's
we do-
against somebody else?
No, we do two different.
No.
Oh.
Gino's, Molinaro's, whoever.
Oh, alright.
I like it.
Maybe Dennis, if he's coming back, we do a battle of the South Towns.
Yeah.
Imperial versus Bella.
Yeah. There you go. That's
John
one.
can do like La Hacienda versus DiGiorno.
Well, apparently
hey.
he's comparing like DiGiorno to Tony.
Or Red
No.
Robin.
And-
Red Baron.
Or Red Baron, I mean, yeah.
I
We
like
could
Red
do
Baron.
battle of frozen pizza.
I like Red Baron.
I'm not a fan of frozen
No.
pizza.
It's like a cracker.
I definitely
with
like Gino's
pizza
more
About what
than.
it is.
Yeah,
It's about what it
sometimes
is.
that's what you're looking for.
Frozen pizza, you'd have to have a new category, heartburn level.
Alright, you'll have to say that again. What?
So I like Gino's better than La Hacienda. La Hacienda's a little bit more spicy,
Yep.
and I like Gino's more.
The crusts look identical. Very close. They almost have cheese past the sauce on the edge of the crust. They both fall short a little bit.
Well, I had a Hacienda one that was perfect, and my Gino's one is way short on the cheese for the crust.
What slid? In the
No, it didn't.
It did. I think
No,
it did.
it's just-
I
I
think
think it was just
when,
sloppy.
on the way over, it was probably still hot.
Well,
Sean was driving, or
Sean
sometimes
drove.
he doesn't know how to carry pizza. It's nothing folded underneath his arm like it's a book bag.
Well,
And
Hacienda
then
was
buy
on
it,
the roof
he's
the entire
naturally
time.
taking the Hacienda box.
I put it on the rack on the roof.
Putting it against
Probably
the edge
did.
of the car. So
Gino's got to stay in the cabin of the vehicle.
So which one?
Oh, you had to move more. I haven't had Gino's yet. I'm finishing Hacienda.
Oh.
I do like it.
Is that how you do it?
I like the herbs.
You eat one instead of one back and forth. I was going back and forth. One bite, one bite, one bite, one bite.
I don't know. I've never done a taste test before. This
It's
is
my
all
first
brand
time
new to me.
too. It's my first time too.
For me, the cheese consistency is better with Gino's than La Hacienda.
I don't think I like the cheese.
Yeah,
I think it's
oh,
got a funky taste to it,
It is weird.
and it's
yeah.
throwing me.
On
I,
which one?
I love on
Yeah.
Yeah.
La Hacienda.
Well, that's because they put their
It's the-
oregano and spices
yeah.
on top of the cheese after they're done baking it.
I like it in
won
the
over
sauce.
crowd.
I prefer my
I'll tell you
11
thickness
herbs and
though.
spices.
Right now, this Gino's is thin.
I, d-
The
I
Hacienda was
prefer.
much thicker. But it's also like a little floppy on the bottom.
I
like the
prefer-
Hacienda. It was a little crispier on the bottom.
I prefer a thinner crust.
All right.
I do put the sweet
I
sauce
would-
on Gino's.
Yep.
The sweet sauce is
This isn't sweet sauce.
it's tangy.
I mean, it is Corey.
Yeah, it's a sweet sauce.
Consider sweet
I would consider it a sweet sauce. It's got a little bit of a zing to it.
I like the top.
Sweet would not have a zing. That's not what
Well,
sweet
you know
is.
what I mean. With the little where it hits your tongue and you can kind of feel a little sweetness on it. What's that called then?
That would be like zing,
All right then.
like zest.
Yeah.
Bit of bar soap.
like I say,
That's like
whoever
freeze
rates
versus
soaps
fries.
I'm just
Right.
trying to fill air here.
now. Nice. I would go with. I'm gonna go with Gino's. I think it's just better overall.
I'm gonna second that. Gino's.
I mean, I
You
can't
are
buy
not.
this.
Mr. La Hacienda?
He hates La Hacienda.
Who hates La Hacienda?
He does.
Why am I getting confused? Who loves La Hacienda? Oh, Daryl.
Wait a minute.
He started
Just
it.
out of the
Daryl,
deal.
that's
He's like,
right.
wait a minute.
Yeah, Daryl's.
I was
a big
thrown
fan.
for a minute there. That's why. Daryl.
Daryl and Derwin.
Well, Daryl.
Yeah,
both
Daryl's
huge.
special.
Well,
I don't know any of these people.
I think his
Trivia.
taste buds are gone because of his
I mean, I definitely came in biased towards Gino's.
medical
and,
card.
I mean, they didn't let me down.
You're
today.
still biased.
See, a big thing for me is when you eat the pizza, the cheese slides off sometimes. Gino's it didn't on La Hacienda it did.
You're also 25 minutes late.
That's true. I was a little hungry. What can I say?
Hot take.
Yeah.
We gotta call him out.
Oh, I should have mentioned. This episode comes from my mom's basement. Red was short.
We are down in the man cave.
Thanks, Mom.
All right.
I like Hacienda.
Oh! I would
Between
do
the two.
I'm with you.
I like the herbs and spices in the cheese. We made it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got 3 and 3,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna stick with the Hacienda.
I felt. I don't like the tip of the. I don't want to have to fold it for it to stay upright. I like a little bit more crust, or a little bit more crisp on the bottom of the crust.
So you don't like limp pizza?
I don't like limp pizza.
Oh boy.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. All right.
You know?
So we got one. We're split.
I think
No.
No, no.
No.
Just 4 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these
There's
4
4
and
of
2.
us. Don't you forget about yourself.
Which one do you pick? Did you pick? Are you Bella?
No, he's
I mean, I was
Gino's, I mean?
biased, but Gino's, I like it better.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
All
definitely
right.
Geno's.
We're done with the
It's
podcast.
moving on. Geno's is. It's definitely moving on.
I mean,
to the
they're
next
both
round.
good. I would eat them.
Of course.
I would
we
eat
them.
La Hacienda. I mean, I
But
don't.
You
I
are,
don't. I wouldn't go out of my way to go get it.
which is the argument I've said forever.
Oh,
You-
there. How close are they?
I'm very.
They're-
I could walk. To
I mean, there are some
La
places
Hacienda.
I would
But-
go
You've got.
to travel.
I'm saying, I know where,
No, I know.
but they're
You've
a block
got-
away from each other, right?
You're a
Yeah.
block away from each other. Further down, you got the Paulos. Further down, you got Matina's. I mean, surrounded by. If you want like really authentic Italian, Romeo and Juliet's around the block too.
We're talking
Per
Hacienda
capita,
and Gino.
the most pizza places in America.
There you are with your obscure stats.
Just saying.
Dude, you gotta focus, Stan. You guys were rabbit trails. Romeo and Juliet's.
Bill and I went there for Italian one
Yeah,
night.
they love
It
it.
was okay.
But if you like
Is that the
authentic-
same one that's down on
Yeah.
on Hurdle with the
Yeah.
with the
And
big
then the
cookie?
one at Hopkins. Yeah.
Yeah, same
Or
thing.
Sheridan.
They got good pastries. I'll
They
give them
do.
that much.
Cannolis are good. But we're
I'm not a
digressing.
cannoli fan.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
like cream cheese.
You don't like
Cancel.
blue cheese either.
I
The
don't
cannolis
like
for
blue
the
cheese.
I'm an
podcast next
anti-cheese guy.
Well,
Wow.
I like
Anti-cheese
mozzarella.
guy.
I like sharp American.
It's a mozzarella.
All right, so Dennis, who's your pick?
Geno's.
Corey?
100% Geno's.
Oh,
I'm
Fine.
going Hacienda today between the two.
all right, Skip.
Geno's.
The
Bill.
Hacienda.
Geno's
Thanks, Sean.
for the win.
All right. Do we want to discuss who maybe next week? Keep it in the town again.
Well,
Where are we gonna go?
we're not going to be out of options because per capita, Tonawanda has
That's right.
the
We
most
probably
pizza places.
we
per
might just
capita
do
per capita.
just Tonawanda pizza places. That's it.
That's saturated.
But this is Buffalo.
I believe so. But
You
there's
bel-
18.
You believe or you know?
I know if we do 18 individual pizzas, that would not be a problem. If we do 2 per game,
18 is a
that's a
big
problem.
That's 36 per capita. How many people live in Tonawanda?
About 57,000.
Okay, so
Wow.
per capita.
Somebody fact check him.
Per
there
capita.
really? 57 sounds like a lot.
I'm gonna say.
You can't remember
Dude,
all these
no.
stats when we play trivia.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about the defending champion tribute team from this past summer that we won?
Oh yeah, the one I was on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
All right, so there's a couple places that pop in my head. We have Mustachios, which isn't really Tonawanda.
Oh, well, no,
Matina's,
I don't want to say thing.
Molinaro's,
DeBello's.
with a A or O. Is Parker's.
Yeah, Parkhurst.
Is that O or an
I don't think we won't do this in the podcast.
Google it.
Yeah. Cut that.
A? Who cares?
Don't want to edit that out.
DePaulo's,
The Apollos.
Franco's.
Yeah.
Franco's.
You
So
got
we're
Fat
only
Man's Pizza.
getting.
Ooh.
Fat Man's. It's on the Boulevard. It's right across from Wing Nuts.
And we're only getting
DiGiorno.
cheese and pep.
No. It could be 2 sausage, it could be 2 bacon, chicken
So we're getting the same
finger.
from the other.
It's the same.
Because like I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I also like Hacienda, but Franco's chicken finger is very good. So that has to go up
You-
against another chicken.
I
finger.
will
No,
say
I
I
think we
do
gotta
I
go-
do like La Hacienda's chicken finger. Like I mean,
I think we gotta stay consistent with pepperoni.
Yeah. So you might have a place that just
Maybe our-
sucks.
and then
I
if
mean,
you
our
if you
listeners
do
could weigh
a
in.
season next year, you just do everything's a buffalo
I believe
chicken
that would
pizza.
be our
from the whole-
listener.
Right.
If we
Yeah,
have listeners,
Kyle's got
and you have places you'd like us to try out,
Oh, send a
suggest it on our
suggestion.
Instagram account. Zabill's Podcast. ZABILLS Podcasts. All right.
One word. I don't know if that
Yes,
matters.
it does matter.
We can make that a whole other category, the toppings. It could be a whole other category.
There you go, Sean. Never ending.
So
I did sauce,
so
crust,
then-
toppings, foldability, presentation, and spice.
So this season will be the season best. And then next season, different? I don't know, or, you know.
I like where
guys,
your mind's
if we-
going.
If we last that long.
I'm gonna say we gotta get past the first episode first.
Oh, we're getting the first episode.
You could get the fancier stuff for the actual Bills games.
We might get.
If you're interested.
That starts next.
I'm just saying, Corey,
Wait for
everything
tomorrow.
I say you counter with,
Yeah.
with me today.
Monday night.
Who is
gonna
tomorrow?
happen, Bill.
You and I are going to rumble.
There's no NFL tomorrow.
Detroit
There's college probably.
and Casey.
The battle of
Yeah,
wits.
Detroit and
I
KC
come
is
in unarmed.
Detroit
That's
KC on
starts
Thursday night.
with
They
the
start the
opening
season.
game.
We're told next week.
It's always Super Bowl champs.
Did you see Dion won his premier game for the Buffaloes?
Yeah. Yeah,
Beat
he,
TCU, ranked
It's pretty good.
How bad?
big game for them.
42,
47 to 42.
something like
45,
that.
42, something like that.
Yeah, 45, 42. I think.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a team yesterday beat somebody 81-7.
Oh, Oklahoma, I think, right?
Notre Dame was killing who they played.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
God.
sounds like when UB played Syracuse.
Yeah.
And neighbors go to the Notre
UB
Dame
played
game.
Wisconsin
Yeah,
yesterday.
they lost. I guess it was close for a while, but after a little while, it got not so close.
Yeah, they go for the money.
Oh yeah.
Because don't they have to pay tons of money to get a big name school to come?
Yeah.
Like
No, well,
millions?
but-
Big name pays them.
Wisconsin pays them. They get a portion of the gate, or somehow to come and play.
So they pay.
That's
the
why
Bills.
That's why these small schools will go get killed by these big schools, because they're gonna make more money in one game than they will all their home games.
All right, makes sense to me.
I want to know how much of the side conversation between Bill and Sean's coming through the mics.
So we got a podcast going on. What are you guys doing?
I'm just highlighting the amount of pizza places in the town of Tonawanda.
Per
I
capita.
just keep scrolling.
Share it with the fans.
The
Per
fans
capita.
need to know that I've been scrolling
Fan.
for the last 5
Fan.
minutes. Just typed in the Google search how many pizza places in the town of Tonawanda, and we're still scrolling well over 75.
And a podcast can be free flowing there.
It's in.
I understand. You can have a side conversation if you choose to.
I'm just saying, 75.
But hey, if we get big enough, we can go. Like if they're like Imperial, we can go there maybe.
So
I didn't know we were able to look on our phones during this podcast, so I'm good.
Are we-
This is not college.
Are we taking the SAT here? Come on.
I'm glad we're not. I mean,
That's how you fact check
Here
Sean.
in our first podcast, we have
I'm still
identified
scrolling.
that Skip's going to be the rule follower.
So what?
The rule
Oh,
follower.
Scott's
Helen, get a new
proficient.
battery.
I mean, you don't even have to silence your
In
phone.
the business, they call him the straight man.
Straight man.
I learned that from
I need another
podcasts.
beverage. Talks amongst yourselves.
Domino's. Yeah, maybe Domino's.
Ew.
Yeah.
I've only had it once in my life.
We
It's
could get
Domino's
Pizza
versus
Hut
Pizza
versus
Slut.
Domino's. Or
Oh.
Papa John's versus Domino's.
I do like Pizza Hut.
Hang on, is
we
there
got
a Pizza Hut
anymore?
Oh yeah.
Papa John's is at the other
The only
end of the boulevard.
one, literally
T-Mobile?
in Western
Yeah.
New York,
Yeah.
when
And
it
Bunt
reopened,
cakes.
is
I
right
thought
over
they
here
weren't
on
there anymore for some
Tonawanda.
reason.
Oh.
Why
It's
they're
not the
going
one
on
the
trade?
boulevard,
They just
but-
Gone.
Right? No. Okay.
Gone.
Yeah, that's what I was.
They've opened up two. Like one's in Buffalo, but like the first when they came back online back in Western New York, you would literally wait outside in line like 12 deep just to get a pizza. It was ridiculous, but it's so good.
Are these the personal pizzas you get with the book club?
They don't do that anymore, sadly.
Oh, those were really good days.
Those are fantastic.
Only read
I
by
missed
red.
Not
Pizza Hut, I miss the red plastic cups.
Those are the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Red plastic cups, yeah.
And I don't want to get too far
Get a
off
little
the beaten
set of those.
path, but the missus and I were talking about Uno's pizza. We haven't had that in a while, but that is a fantastic deep dish Chicago style pizza.
Well, this is the Buffalo.
I know. I'm just. I
I don't think I've ever had Chicago.
Oh
style
my
They
god.
do it backwards. They put the sauce on top.
Well, it looks
They
like
put the cheese and the
lasagna.
sauce
Oh, that's
on
dumb.
top.
Yeah, it's
And that's just.
I don't care for the sauce as much.
I don't care for a thick crust.
I guess
It's
I
a-
need
it's
that
a
'cause I'm
really
actually
thick
eating
crust.
cheese and bread.
I can't do a
It's a
real
really thick
crust.
crust. It's huge.
Makes it healthier.
Yeah, I have no idea, but
Do we
It's filling.
order from Chicago pizzas once to have them mailed here and try them?
Like from Chicago.
Yeah.
Wherever.
They sell them all over the
You
place.
get frozen and then you just pop them
Season
in the oven.
3.
Oh well, that then
We'll
would that
order-
qualify
we'll
as
order-
the Roadshow?
I
Pizza?
don't know,
We'll
Bill.
order
what?
a pizza from the place the Bills are playing.
Zabel's podcast on location.
Yes.
Oh, that's actually a good
So they'd
idea.
have to play the Bears. And we'd have to find
We do
pizza.
have a mobile setup here.
Yeah,
We
we
can
find
take with
pizza.
us.
London.
We could do it from the tailgating at the Bills games.
You
Random
didn't sign up
drunkards
for
coming
that,
up
did
to
you,
us.
Bill?
All right, but I don't want to go to
Quick.
Miami.
I ain't doing this from London.
Not in London.
No.
You're the only one that's been to London.
I know, I would go.
Yeah, so
You are the world
Bill will go.
traveler.
I'll go.
world traveler. Yeah.
Cup and char, Buffalo only. No. Have you seen anywhere else?
Nope.
I don't look, but I'm sure it's not.
Do you travel a lot?
That,
Sure.
that's
Okay.
terminology, though.
All right.
It's Western
Our-
New York.
Being like Sean, then, just
Yeah.
giving your opinion, not facts.
Hey, absolutely.
Per capita.
I dare you to fact check me. You won't.
Yes.
You won't.
So our buddies back east talk about their pepperoni in Albany.
By the way,
And they
yeah,
just
back
use-
east, just in New York.
Back east in New York. Their pepperoni is deli pepperonis.
Oh,
Big
The
slices.
big round
It's like-
4-inchers or
It's
whatever.
like middle
They
school
barely
pizza.
get any char on it.
That's how they do it in Europe.
Gross.
Well, even a regular pepperoni, if it's not cup and char, it won't. You could put a regular pepperoni in, and it will not.
What do you keep saying? Cup and char. Oh,
Cup and char.
I see what you mean.
The little ones are called cup and char.
cup and char.
I
So
can't
burn.
think of another.
How long have you lived here?
I can't think of another type of pepperoni.
I just call it pepperoni. I didn't call it a cup and char pepperoni.
Well,
It
there's
said
a
voted
difference.
#1 pepperoni pizza. It doesn't say voted #1 cup and char pepperoni
Bill's talk
pizza.
now?
First
Who
of all,
voted? Well, this is
what-
Hacienda. It wasn't voted #1.
Not
today.
by us.
Yeah, 4-2.
Wow.
Geno's.
Geno's with the win.
Oof.
Go Bills.
I think they just got a deal on the boxes. That's why they bought them.
Who, Geno's?
Because they were misprinted, they had
No,
the #1
Hacienda.
pizza on it.
Hacienda. Voted
It
number
says
one.
voted #1 pepperoni pizza on the box.
It
Yeah,
didn't
but
make
on
it
the
out of our
side has her
basement.
phone number.
We'd
Right.
have to discover who voted them #1.
Hey, can you fact check that,
Am I?
Sean? You on that? Are they really
my
the
mother
#1 pepperoni pizza?
My mother-in-law says GTS that.
#1 pizza in Western New York.
GTS that.
Google that.
Oh.
Your mother says that?
Mother-in-law.
Oh, mother-in-law. I can see her saying that.
No, this is like a.
Well, that's redundant.
This is like a legitimate fact, though. Considered like the #1 pizza, not only in the town but in Western New York, is the Artisan Pizza in Kenmore.
Oh, Jay's Artisan?
Yes,
We'll
that
do-
is
we'll get
considered.
them-
That is
we'll get them
considered
on
to
the
be
pad.
the top notch, the king of the all pizzas. Literally, it rivals all the pizzas in
It
the
was
state.
top 100 in the
exactly.
country.
Absolutely.
Have you had it?
I have not.
Alicia's had it. They
But
love it.
that's a whole
Are we
other
talking-
subject.
we'll get it
That's
one week.
artisan.
We'll get it one week.
Cheese
Yes.
pepperoni.
You know what I
is
thought
it-
was decent?
thank you.
Macy's
It's just a
pizza.
cheese and patch.
Macy's
Okay.
is going on the list also.
Oh, I don't like
That's why. Yeah.
They got some wild pizzas.
They do.
Who does?
Macy's.
Oh,
They
God.
gotta
You
do-
follow them on
Is
Instagram?
that one over in North Tonawanda?
Dude, they put-
famous for their
Good
chicken
guys.
finger.
Just the wild
Good
stuff
guys.
on the
Yeah,
pizza.
thank you.
We'll add that to the list.
I mean, I can feel my arteries clogging just looking at the Instagram profile. That's. I mean, they put some weird stuff on there. But good, we've had them. Then what do we get from them?
The chicken finger wheel pizza.
That was good.
Yes.
What was that? What was that one we got? The French onion.
That was Gino's. The
That was
French onion
Gino's.
soup pizza.
And I don't like French onion soup,
Oh.
but I actually like
that
the
was
pizza.
That was one of the best pizza I've ever had from Gino's.
Yeah,
It's
so
something
very
with
good.
Chicken
their
cordon
base
bleu.
or something.
For a little
cooked.
out
Will
there.
we be getting a pickle pizza?
I'll pass that week.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
And
Strangely,
you
it's
could
okay.
you could be this one-man show for pickle and
thank you.
Hawaiian pizza review.
Although
I love
Hawaiian
Hawaiian.
So do I.
Don't you
I
deny
might.
that.
That's like-
I might
How
dip
dare
my
you,
toe
sir.
in Hawaiian pizza.
I do
I
that
can
like hot
be
take.
tempted.
Like a shrimp pizza. I
What?
don't get that either.
No.
You ever seen that?
Hawaiian pizzas
yeah.
are good. Well,
Lobster
you get
pizza.
artisans, you can put anything you want.
How about a taco pizza?
It's
No.
good too.
Back in the day,
No.
Pizza Hut used to have that.
I can
thought
see
it was
that being
gross.
okay.
I don't know if I want lettuce on my pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Warm
Well, then
lettuce
don't
is
vote for
gross.
Well, don't get a peanut butter and banana pizza.
That's a
Peanut
breakfast
butter
pizza
and
now.
banana?
Yeah.
From where?
Remember that from, not Woodboat,
Woodcock
Woodcock Brewery?
in Wilson.
Really?
Yeah.
I was up in Wilson this week.
He didn't like
It
it,
was-
after he ate 8 of the 10 slices.
You ate 8 of the
It was
10.
terrible. I had to finish it. I didn't want to be rude.
It took you that long to figure out you didn't like it?
He got caught up in the atmosphere.
Like Sean
Yeah.
took
in
in
the
the whole slice
conversation.
of
It
Hacienda
was-
to figure out that he still doesn't like it.
Still
It was
like
super. It was like a cracker. Like there was no dough to it, so it was easy to eat. That many pizzas. You didn't fill up on bread.
Oh. I gotcha.
All right.
Pizza.
Any-
All right.
I think we're in.
Any other pizza talk before we get to other things to discuss?
I think we got on to. Yeah.
I could eat pizza every day, and I don't think I'd ever get sick of it. Pizza and tacos, my two favorite things.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't want to put them together.
Do we want to review
Not
tacos?
taco pizza.
Season
Well,
4.
Yeah,
Season
season
four?
4. Season 4 we'll do tacos.
We've fully extinguished every pizza option there is. We'll
I
move
think
on to
so.
Mexican.
We can't.
I
I
think
don't know. Sean's still scrolling.
78 pizza places you can go to. 78.
Are they all still registered?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
open?
Yeah, well, of course.
Like did Partners Pizza around the corner show up?
I scrolled too fast. I wasn't really looking for that.
I think that's a Southern chicken place now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're absolutely right. That is, you're correct.
Take it off your list. So how many was there?
77.
77.
Now there's 77.
77 pizza places.
All right,
Within
sounds
a 10-mile ratio vicinity of where we are right now.
Radius.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Corey.
I'm here.
That's why you're a history teacher.
And not math. Right. Circumference.
Will you be pulling any of your history facts out as we go through the pizza? Who was the first president to eat pizza?
The
When was pizza first introduced into the United
I can
States?
tell you that the savior of the entire football league was Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt made the suggestion because too many players were getting hurt playing football. Hey, how about you try a forward pass? And he literally saved football from being extinct.
Run it. It used to be just
Everything used to be a run
Yeah.
play, and then he's like, how about you guys forward pass the ball? And Teddy Roosevelt made that suggestion. The NFL later adopted it, and the rest is history.
My question is
Wow.
what year
I like that.
did Teddy Roosevelt say this?
1911.
All right. We are taking sponsors for his useless fact of the day.
Total.
Oh, and here
Send
comes
on
one
in.
off the fax machine. Winning Smiles Family Dentistry, where we know how to make you smile.
What is that? Free? Or is he paying for that?
He got a freebie. He's paying for it.
He's got it. That's what we're doing.
Mike.
All right, let's talk about the Bills. What Bill's favorite subject is. They play the Jets.
Just so you know, the Bills are the football team
That you
here
watch
in
every
Buffalo.
week.
Just so you know. I kid him because he's...
The Patriots.
A Patriots fan deep down.
And he's got good taste, but
Yeah.
he's surrounded by.
And one of these
And
days
He's a
we will
winner.
explain
He's a
why I'm
winner, and we're
Patriots
not.
fan.
Yeah, we're gonna. That's a teaser.
But before meeting all of you, yes, I was the lone one to probably go out and mow my lawn while the Bills game was on because I thought might as well.
Yeah, anyone not
I felt-
local needs to understand that Buffalo Bills fans are hair blow maniacs when it comes to this team.
Sick.
I felt
Literally.
weird being growing up a Cowboys fan coming here, and I can't imagine being a Patriots fan going to Buffalo.
I think you take your life in your own hand if you choose to be any other fan than the Buffalo Bills. In Buffalo, anywhere else you go nuts. But
We're not violent.
The Patriots after they lost
Here's
four
where the
Super
cue in the
Bowls in a
table
row.
Bill,
collapses.
we just
Drop
discussed
people
this
on
was a
tables.
teaser. We weren't going to tell this today.
What?
Oh,
We should save that for Patriots Week.
yeah, that's what we were going to do.
There's 2 of them, so.
Edit that out.
And it's skip out.
Leave the part where he said we're not violent, and I added
Yeah.
about crushing through tables.
We can talk about that week 7.
Okay.
Sean,
So violent.
what
that
I would like you to research is how do we come up with breaking through the tables? Because I have no idea where that came.
And now when
next
they're
week,
saying
the history
now
of
when
that.
they're
Oh, I'll
saying
do that
another
next time.
cities,
The history
they won't even
of the
sell the
brick.
tables to people anymore.
History of
What a waste
breaking.
of plastic. Go green.
They're not recyclable.
Well, no, once you break them,
Uh,
you take a perfectly good table off the rack,
oh.
take it out, you set it up for pizza, and then you throw it up. You think those people are packing them up and taking them home with them and recycling them?
Well,
Come
the
on.
material is still recyclable.
But no one's
not
doing
changing.
it.
I was
Table
No one
Industry
recycles tables anyhow.
I was privy to a wedding where the groom and the bride both crashed through tables. Not, I mean,
Yikes.
these were not like heavy duty.
Were they pre-cut?
Yeah, oh yeah. It was all in good fun. It wasn't, no one was getting hurt, but that was their Buffalo connection. So
With her dress
after
on?
at whole thing, gown, dress, the whole thing, him
Together?
in tux.
So you had
Nope,
his
one at
and
a time.
her?
Boom.
His and her?
Brought out the next table. Boom. They both went through it. That's how crazy Buffalo Bills fans are.
Did they jump off it?
No, they literally
Yeah,
just
they're
backed
hard
in. They literally backed into it and just collapsed
like
on
a
it.
softball player.
Yes.
So this wasn't involved with throwing the dart.
So she
No.
had no problem going through that table. Huh?
She was comfortable, dressed, stayed down, and then the whole table just exploded. And welcome to Buffalo.
I still don't understand why it's such a big thing. Like, I think it doesn't really make us look all that good, like on national TV and stuff.
No, it makes us look like
You know,
morons.
it snows and we break tables.
Yeah,
It's no good.
and bones and.
Yeah, well, yeah. If I went through a table, I couldn't even imagine walking for a week.
I'm gonna push back
It's
on
always
that one.
funny until the frame of the table goes through somebody's skull, and then it's a sport or something, you know.
Yeah.
At least you're known for something. Like,
True.
yeah, like as ridiculous
There's
as
so
it
many
is.
other
At least you're known for
At
something.
least you're known
Other
for
than
something.
winning or going to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row.
Right, and if you're gonna bring that up, I'd rather be known for breaking
Yeah,
tables
okay.
than the 4.
Super
Did not
Bowl
make
losses.
it. Right.
See, I wouldn't.
Oh, no.
I completely own the 4 losses.
Oh no,
I feel like the first one we should have won,
absolutely.
but you know, that is the way the ball bounces, right?
Especially
Yeah, it's
after the,
unpredictable. It's a
goalposts.
football.
That was beyond painful.
That one hurt the most. That one hurt the most. Or the
Bitter table for 5.
or the third
bitter.
one. Well, the first
Yeah.
time we played the Cowboys, we were winning at halftime.
Yeah.
I thought
No,
we were
the
gonna
second one.
At
The
no
first
point.
one,
Second one?
The first one we got crushed.
The first one was
52-17, I think.
I thought
Yeah.
the third one, the second one's when we got
no,
crushed.
no. The
First.
second one was like 35 to 10 or something.
Yeah, because the first one was in Pasadena. It was a real nice day.
Yeah.
The only good thing to come out
No.
of that was Don Beebe.
First Super Bowl was in Pasadena.
The first-
Giants. The Giants.
No,
the Giants
it
was
was in Tampa
Pasadena.
Bay.
No,
Questioning
wait,
Genesis.
no, it's
stats.
Pasadena.
we're talking about the Bills. Oh,
Fact check
So,
that, please.
Bills Giants was in
Bills
Tampa
Giants.
Bay. It was the old stadium in Tampa Bay. And
I thought that was Pasadena.
so it was nope.
At
It
the
was
Coliseum.
Tampa Bay. Then it was Minneapolis, and then it was Pasadena, and then it was Atlanta.
Did you notice that those cold weathers, they don't get them anymore? That's
Yeah.
completely done. You're never
Yeah.
going to see that again.
Well, I was surprised when they did it in New York City.
Right.
When
You got
MetLife was new.
But that was I think
Tampa
that
Stadium
was
is
all-
correct. Super Bowl 25.
All right.
Right.
Way to go.
Back to you.
You know what? I will
Back
always
to you,
question
Gene, in the
myself
booth.
though when I'm talking to you because of that. What was it Eric Spoelstra? That one day at
Oh,
trivia.
trivia.
Yeah. Every time I talk to you, that's what I think of.
Pat Riley,
Yeah.
Spolstra.
I mean, yeah.
We digress.
What did I say? Even a blind
Yeah.
squirrel finds a nut.
Once in a while.
That's what happens with me every now and again.
broken clocks, right once a day. Yes.
Yes.
But the current Bills.
Yeah, current Bills. What do we think after we've seen some preseason action and
I
a
am
couple of
nervous.
moves?
I am nervous. AFC
nervous?
East is hot.
Oh.
I'm nervous about the Jets. I think they're a much better team. They got a great coach, good young team, and with a seasoned quarterback, that's really all they were missing last
They
year.
have a
to
really
be
good defense. Their defense is still, I would say, top 5,
In
top
Miami, did we figure out where Jonathan Taylor's going yet? Did that been traded?
No,
He's staying.
he's got to stay for
He's on the PUP.
yeah. I
So
think,
he has to stay for 4. Then he can be
Yeah.
traded.
Well, he can. I think he can be traded any
But he
time.
can't
But he can't play
But
for
he can't
4
play
games.
before 4 games.
Miami gets him.
That was a
I feel like
PUP.
people were saying that last year.
physically
Physically
Yeah.
unable to perform.
Not that kind of podcast.
Next season.
The pup list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I think last year taught us, the expectations were high going in, and then we won the first game handily against the defending Super Bowl champions, and we were sky's the limit. I think it's going to be a game like that this year too with the Jets. New quarterback, good defense. They beat us last year. If we can hold our own and win, I think we sky's the limit again. But if we lose, it's going to be gut check time.
Bill?
I think if we have more games that we win than we lose, then we'll be in good shape.
That's very astute.
Also,
That's
you know,
a
to
wise
break
man.
that down a little bit too, like at the end of the fourth quarter, you want to be the team that has the more points.
Totally.
Yes, and that's what's going to let you win games.
Yeah.
But Bill-
and,
It's easier to win.
and no pups.
Yeah.
Bill is right though.
Leave
The
the pups outside.
regular season could be whatever. They had expectations last year. They have expectations what they do in the playoffs. As long as they get in the regular season, it almost feels like it doesn't matter as much because it's about Josh Allen. It's about this team. It's about Von Miller in the playoffs, doing damage, getting to a Super Bowl. They can do whatever they want as long as they make the playoffs.
Thank you, Sean.
And I think it's great that you mentioned Von Miller. I think that's the call of the year so far. Keeping him on the pup list. We don't need him now.
No.
We always need
Well,
him.
why did we
Okay,
bring
need
him?
him
Why
more
did we
than-
bring him here? Why did we pay for him?
We need him in the playoffs. When the playoffs happen, like last year, we didn't have him. And look what
Yeah.
happened. I mean, that was a really rough
When
game
did he
either
get-
way.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
He was that long? I feel like it was
It's
like
almost a full year.
almost the beginning of the
Regardless
season.
of him, it's a full year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
So it's-
What has you more nervous, the offense or our defense? Or coaching?
Both. Here's my issue. I'm very nervous about the offensive line. I
Yeah.
think that right side is completely weak. It does make me nervous. I think you're going to see, because of that, you're going to see a ton of 12 man, because you're going to have to put 2 tight ends out there in order to cover up for the lack of experience and actual talent on that offensive line. So I think Kincaid is going to be out there a ton. You're going to see him and Knox in that setup. You have to. And they're not both, neither one of them are great run blockers, but they can chip a little bit, at least stop a guy, slow him down. All you can do is slow him down. And then Josh can do the rest.
I think short passing.
I think
Short passing all day long.
you're going to have to, because you
Yeah.
don't have.
Because that's one of my big three, the O-line, is one of the things that it's hopefully going to be better because of Torrance, the rookie out of Florida, but I just don't see it being good so far.
I'm just looking forward to watching the games again this year and watching the veins come out your forehead. For those our listeners that are not familiar, you get quite passionate about
I love my
some of
Bills.
the games. Yes.
I love my
want-
Bills.
I want him to be able to like string together plays, not have to rely on Allen scrambling and getting everything done on his own. Like I want him to be able to just execute the plays that they're gonna have. Like Dennis said, short passes. Yeah, just move the ball down. Don't try and stretch a play out. And that's where injuries happen.
Yeah, trying to make that less extra
Yeah.
effort to gain a yard, and then you get blown up, and now you're hurt.
Well, and I think that's
Yeah.
where Harris comes in. You know, bringing him in from the Patriots, I think, is a huge advantage because you don't have Josh going for those 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 4th and 1 plays. You can get a running back, a legit running back that's going to get you. You're preserving your quarterback because everyone knows this is not a hot take. You are a Josh Allen injury away from being just a mediocre run-of-the-mill team.
I agree.
Very true.
So back to the running back,
Yeah.
though. Do you think James Cook is going to be the workhorse?
It's going to have to be.
I do. I think he's going to, because Buffalo passes way more than they run, and it's probably going to play out that way for the most part. And I think James Cook will be able to take the brunt of what's going on.
So you think he'll do well?
I do.
All right. I like him.
I think so. I think it's tough for a rookie to come in and play 17 games. I think that's it. You know, it's different than college where you're only playing, even if you go to the championship, 12 games?
Something like
13,
that.
12,
Yeah.
it's
11,
not
12.
much.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a longer season for these guys, and I don't know if they're all conditioned for this. And then mentally, you've got all
Right.
that stuff to come in. It takes a really special athlete to come in as a rookie and shine.
That's what they get the big bucks for.
Yeah, he'll grow. He's definitely going to grow his game. I think everyone will agree, hopefully by the end of the season, he takes a step. But at the end of the day, I think you're going to see a committee running. But I just hope Josh Allen doesn't run as much
Yeah.
as he's had to the last 2 or 3 seasons.
No, they definitely keep him where he belongs, like behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but it's when he gets out of the pocket those times, like
He's
he
dangerous.
changes the game, and he's won many games.
I
doing
know,
that
but
kind
there
of
were
stuff,
there were a
but
lot of games
it's
last
that
season where it was
double-edged
like,
sword.
yeah, he tried to force too many. And
Yes.
Then, like,
Yeah.
yes, he makes less mistakes now than he did in his first couple of years, but I don't want him to have to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Defense has me nervous, just as always. Like, who's our linebacker crew with Milano? I don't know who did they pick somebody?
So does
I
Milano?
think they want Bernard to be it, but I think he's coming back from a hamstring injury, so I'm not sure if that's going to work out right away at least.
Well, what about Spector or Williams? I know they let go AJ Klein.
So who's calling plays?
Sean McDermott is.
It would be
No,
Sean
I mean
McDermott.
on defense. Who
Oh.
can be, now that Edwards is gone? Who's your Mike linebacker? Is it Milano or is it whoever takes his
Well,
spot?
it's definitely not Milano, because he's more weak side, right?
Yes, that's what
So,
I'm asking.
well, the other question too is it one of the safeties that have been there forever that actually call the plays because they can do that.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm not saying it can't be done, but I don't. That does. You would think the safety would have a better vision of the field being farther back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Being able to kind of pick it up. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if you're in the middle of the field or back of the field. But yeah, who's calling plays?
Maybe this year it's AI and they start introducing drones and things like that.
You know,
Amazing.
I saw.
That would be amazing.
So, Amazon is doing.
Stat that.
Did you see it? But they have an AI that is going to, based on the formation, it's going to predict
Yeah.
what play they're going to run.
That would be cool.
They're going to have multiple channels, kind of like ESPN does with their championship games, where you can watch just a regular game, or you can get stats on this one or whatever on the other ones. But they have AI is going to predict what play is going to be run based on the formation, down and
Can't you
distance.
just have
That's
Tony
dangerous.
Romo do it again?
Yeah, he's good.
This is, I assume, will be on Amazon Prime channel.
Amazon
Yeah,
Prime, they're doing all
yeah.
the Thursday games this year.
Will we get that on the local?
Yes.
No,
But you
The
won't
bill-
get like the
you'll
Amazon
get-
feeds.
you'll get the regular
not the
feed.
Prime
Yeah.
features.
But the Prime
Yeah.
feed, no, because they have multiple channels.
So we must out on the Nickelodeon game too.
I
Slime
can
time.
miss out
Slime
on
on
that.
the players.
I think you do that every week with the
I
game.
don't know. So here's the Bills' current 53-man roster. Quarterback, obviously, Josh Allen, and does this surprise you? Kyle Allen over Matt Barkley.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because Barkley was hurt.
Okay.
He just got.
What the?
It was the Bills
It's
train
it's
horn.
third down. So
Let's
Is
go.
that a trademark sound?
it's a
I'm on the
reminder.
Bills app, so that's
It's a
okay.
reminder that it's the third down in this podcast.
I can put a
As
shout
of
out.
yesterday,
A
Barkley,
train horn,
Barkley
I'm
got
pretty sure
bought
it's
out.
not trademarked.
Smiley
bought him out.
They
faces by
bought
Walmart.
his contract out, and he's off the roster
tried.
now.
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah.
No, they tried.
Okay.
Who is?
Barkley.
Oh.
Here's the running backs. James Cook we talked about. What about Latavius Murray?
Who I like a lot. He's older. I think he's the oldest running back in the NFL. But he's good.
We did well with Frank Gore.
Might not be the best thing to go for.
Well,
You know, hey, it gives you,
Someone's
it
gotta
gives
be-
you
Fill in
Yeah.
a
it
little bit.
gives you depth if you can afford them, and you know
Yeah.
you know you're going to have injuries.
I mean, you're hoping Harris takes you're hoping that James Cook does a lot of the catching and Harris does kind of the grunt work, I guess you could say.
Right.
It's only 10 years. That's not.
We've already talked about Damian Harris. They still have Reggie Gilliam for the fullback. Wide receivers: Diggs, Davis, Sherfield. Is he the guy from Miami?
Yeah.
Deontay Harty, Shakir, and Shorter.
Who's on the IR?
And so is Shakir. I thought he was hurt. I don't know if he was on the IR.
He's off the IR. I don't know if he'll play against the Jets, but the intriguing thing that I want to see is the tight ends. You know,
that's
the next one.
What you do, Sean.
Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid, and Quentin Morris. That's.
Joel Wilson.
I mean, that's quite a tight end crew there.
I think it's a two-horse race, and it would be interesting to see the Bills, considering they spent first-round capita on this position. You know, whether or not Knox is still going to be your starting tight end by the end of the season.
I would think your four out there would be Diggs, Davis, Knox, and Kincaid every play.
Oh, I don't know
Two
about that.
tight end?
Yeah, two tight ends would be a lot to ask for.
Yeah, but look at the Patriots when they ran Gronkowski and Hernandez or
Yeah.
whoever else they brought in.
But none of our guys killed anybody.
That's true.
Wow.
Out of jail.
And then killed himself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, Gronk
Well,
killed
listen-
someone?
wow. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Wow.
Our hopes and dreams.
Allegedly, yes.
He killed our hopes and dreams.
Let's legally protect ourselves there.
Thought about
that
that.
was a
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Okay. O-line, Dawkins, McGovern, Mitch Morse, Osiris Terrence, Spencer Brown, Ryan Bates, Edwards, Van DeMark, Alex Anderson.
I don't know if I like the depth.
Practice squad I was looking at.
All I know is Deion Dawkins looks not great.
I'm not a big fan.
Neither am I.
I mean, he seems like a good guy, does a lot in the community. It's great. But on Sundays at 1 o'clock, or primetime games, it's not all that great.
He's worried about being
What-
a snowman then
Yeah,
left tackle.
I'd agree.
knocking Josh's backside.
He's got to snow me more
Jesus.
this year.
Snow us more?
Snow us more
Yeah.
this season. He's got to go easy on the holding penalties and
Oh, God.
really just make sure he's fit, ready to go game one. It's in a very important position. Josh is up blindside. So the bottom line is that that whole offensive line needs to be on their game.
I am happy about Osiris Torrance. He looks like a good rookie, and the Connor McGovern. So he got hurt, but I don't think it's anything major. But I think he'll be pretty good too.
Another rookie? I've never heard of him.
He's not. He came to us from I think the Cowboys.
Oh,
Been around
okay,
for a few years.
All right. Then we switch sides of the ball. We go to defense. You got your edge rushers, Leonard Floyd from the Rams, Greg Rousseau, Epinesa, Lawson, and who's Kingsley Jonathan?
So he was with us last year. He got picked up by the Bears at like the cuts. They wanted him to sign him to the practice squad last year, but the Bears picked him up. The Bears released him. We picked him up right away, and they're hoping for a lot from him.
Okay.
I think Rousseau takes a step this year.
I sure hope so.
I think a former first round draft pick.
Yeah.
If I'm right, yeah. I think he takes a big step this year. I think he's got the confidence to be that guy on the outside. He's gonna rush. He's big. He's lanky. He's got a lot of speed to him. I like his game to really take off this season.
Okay. Skip? Any comments on any of these up to this point?
No, I'm just nervous. I mean, I really am nervous about that offense.
Well,
Same thing you guys are. I think offensive line and defense. I probably the most nervous I've been in the last couple of years. I don't even know. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I'm not sure if we're even going to win the AFC East.
Who scares you more, Miami or the Jets?
Jets.
Depends on-
Jets. I think the Jets. Just because of Aaron Rodgers. I think.
So game one is going to tell. So
I think it's gonna
if
tell.
the Bills go out there and put a 34-3 win, you're going to feel
34. That's a hot take.
amazing.
I would feel good. Yes, I would feel good. I feel
Okay.
a little bit better. But I'm still nervous about Miami too. And then you never know about New England. I mean, you can never count them out.
I'm going to count them out.
It's Bill Belichick.
I'm going to count them
saying.
out. They're not ready yet, and they know they're not ready.
It's a division game, so they'll play us tough, I'm sure.
I'm sure they will.
Okay. D tackles: Oliver, Daquan Jones, Tim Settle, Poona Ford, Jordan Phillips. If Ed Oliver plays worth his contract value, I think you got a decent line there with Settle if he's healthy. I've heard good things about Ford. I think Phillips and Jones are probably depth guys, or are they starters?
I think they're depth. I think Jordan Phillips got hurt last year. I like Jordan Phillips. I think he can bring a lot. He was with us, then he went to the Cardinals for a couple of years and
Yes.
didn't play much, and then came back to us. And he got hurt last year. I forgot what the injury was, but now that he's healthy, I'm hoping that he's good.
Yeah. All right, we'll move the linebacker crew because of the Edmonds missing this year. We'll see how the void goes. Milano, Tyrell Dodson, Bernard, Dorian Williams, and Tyler. That's you know how to pronounce that name?
Matakevich, I believe.
Okay.
500, please. Wow. That was good.
Pulling out the big ones.
Dodson's 53, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I think he's probably going to be the. What are they going with? 5'2" or 4'3"?
4-3, I believe.
4'3".
Oh, I was hoping for the 5.
Although I think a lot of times they bring the extra cornerback in for like the nickel. So they bring Taron Johnson in and lose a linebacker, I think.
But Taryn plays almost all the time.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what the
who we're
offense
playing.
is doing.
Who we're playing.
Yeah.
If it's a run team, then he's not. Doesn't play as much. But most teams, you see him, he's out. He's a starter.
Yeah.
He's starting all the time out there. So
Well, whoever replaces Edmonds got to be a pure tackler.
I think that they're gonna try to get the draft pick Dorian Williams. I think he was 3rd round this year. I think they're gonna try to get him in there within the first like month and a half or so. Maybe not right away, but eventually they will.
Because what I did see of him in the preseason, he's a good tackler.
Yeah.
And last year, in the last couple of years, it seemed like the Bills' tackling has not been very good. Lots of yards after initial contact, and you go back to the 13-second game, it seemed like power tackling will help them lose that game.
It all comes down to blocking and tackling.
And who scores more points, right, Bill?
Exactly.
Well, that's
All in
one.
favor.
That's one
I'm all in
part.
favor of the winner.
That's one part of the puzzle.
But you score points by blocking people, which we can't do.
Right. And if you don't score, you got to keep the other team out of the end zone, right? So, all right.
Yeah.
The secondary, you got Trey White, Dane Jackson, Taron Johnson, Benford, Elam, the first-round pick, who has not seen much action. Saran Neo, mostly a special teamer. He was out there playing a little bit during the preseason. Micah Hyde, Poyer, Rapp, Hamlin, Cam Lewis.
So I'm hoping that Tre'Davious White comes back from the ACL, the knee injury. I know he came back last Thanksgiving, but he wasn't the same as he used to be. So I'm hoping with like the whole full off season and all that, he's a little bit better. And I think it's very easy to say Elam, he was a first round pick, to kind of say why isn't he starting or he should be starting or anything like that. I think the thing you should focus on is Benford, how good he is
Yep.
compared to, looking how the other guy isn't living up to expectation.
Right. The thing that's a question in my head is Bean drafting very well?
Well, you can't tell. You won't know.
Because
I mean,
besides Josh Allen,
I
what big hits has he had in the draft? You just traded away who they just get rid of for a fourth round pick to the Giants.
Boogie Basham.
Oh yeah.
You took him pretty high in the draft. He's gone. Elam, your first pick. He hasn't gotten on the field very much.
I like Bean, but I think that I'm not sure, but I believe that the Bills are the team with the most pickups from other teams at like the cut. So like that tells me that maybe they're not drafting as well. Like you said, other than Josh Allen.
It's also important to realize they've had really good seasons the last 2 or 3 years, so they're not drafting high to begin with.
True.
Yeah.
True. Now, is it a scout thing, or is it just where they've ended up on the board and people just snaking better players?
Well, they pick positions. They draft positionally. They don't go for the best guy who's on the board. They know what they want, and they're going to take the best player at the position that they want to select, and that's been their strategy, which usually flies in the face of most other teams, which they'll take the best athlete, period. But the Bills, they're very specific about what they pick, and it's if they don't hit on that pick, I think it makes it look even worse.
Yeah.
I think this past draft that we drafted Kincaid first and then Torrance second. I was looking at Torrance as being the first round pick. We got him the second round, towards the end of the second round, so I thought that was huge to get both the guys he wanted. So I will say that.
If, to back to the Kincaid you just mentioned, if he plays even 50% of what Travis Kelce is, I think that's a great pick.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's part of the thing I was talking about before about the shorter passes.
Yeah.
So I
Big
think that's
safety
big.
valve.
Yeah.
And that's really what separates. Can you think of anything else that separates the Bills and the Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions?
Coaching.
I wasn't going to bring him up yet, but we'll get to that in a minute.
That's fair, but on the field, they absolutely have the winning tight end. If you're going to compare their tight ends to ours, we have no shot.
Oh, yeah.
And it's becoming a more and more important position if you want to go deep
you're
in the playoffs.
I was very surprised when they got Kincaid because I like Dawson Knox. I think he's good as a blocker, and I think that he's good as a tight end, as a pass-catching tight end.
They also signed him to a big contract, too.
Well, that, and if you've noticed, the last 4 or so years, he's been big with Josh Allen.
Yep.
When
That's
Josh
fair.
Allen doesn't know
Good
what to do,
chemistry.
it goes there. So that's something to think about.
Safety valve.
And that's really what they need to be. Like you look back, even previously, like it's always Gronk. Back when the Cowboys were good, it was Novacek. So it's
Witten.
always like, Witten.
Right.
More recently, it's always the tight ends that are huge. Like receivers are great, running backs are great too, but they need someone that you can consistently. If a play downfield doesn't work, your tight end's there.
You need not go any further than this past Super Bowl, and you watch Kelce just take the. I've never seen someone, not a quarterback, or Lawrence Taylor, take an entire championship game on his shoulders and basically just say, I'm not going to be denied. And he basically won that against a very good Philadelphia team.
You want to go to Disney World?
Yeah.
You love Disney World, John.
I love Disney World. I wish I was in Disney World.
Happiest place on earth.
Happiest place on earth.
What was that trivia question that one night?
Carousel of Progress, baby. Gotta go to Carousel of Progress.
That's it.
It's a great big, we'll be singing that if the Bills win against the Jets. I know Skip will. It's a great big beautiful tomorrow. Every time the Bills win.
I think
I don't
the
know
Bills
the
and
song.
the
I don't want to know the
I
song.
think we have to learn it.
I will sing it for you, but not now.
I think if the Bills win against the Jets, that's great. I think if they lose against them, that's not great. But I think that
That was deep. That's like
That's
one of my
all right.
comments,
That's all right.
Dennis. Well done.
Hot
Take.
But I think that it's the first game of the year, so you can't just say, okay, we're gonna. It depends how they play.
See the Rams last year.
If they lose 24-21 or something like that, if they lose 35-10, the year's not gonna be that good.
Yeah, it's how they win or lose.
Yeah,
that's more showing of.
I think
of
it's
the
a
actual-
trap game either way, because if they win, you go in feeling really confident. You just beat the Jets. Great defense, brand new quarterback who actually can throw the ball. We might come across overconfident. If we lose, I do agree that alarm bells and whistles will be flying off everyone's ears that day. That Bills are terrible. Let's go for the pick. Let's scrap the season. That has a making. This game has a making of that, where it's going to send you off a ledge one way or another.
Real quick, I looked ahead. The Bills are 2.5-point favorites.
Really? On the
Considering
road?
on the road.
It's not even.
No, maybe I'm reading wrong. Buffalo -2.5.
Yeah.
But that's an even game.
Yeah.
Because you get 3 just for showing up. Usually, well, the
That's-
home
the
team
home
gets
team
3.
gets
Yeah. That's
So that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
I'm
couple
a
of
little surprised by
times.
that.
I'm not a gambler. I don't.
a couple of times Vegas got the Bills wrong last year. See Cincinnati, but that is a nice favorable.
They're saying Buffalo 57.6%. Jets 42, so it's pretty close.
Usually the wild card is home or away. You do get a significant bounce playing at home in front of your fans early on, first game. That being said, it doesn't matter what teams are playing. The first game is almost a gimme. It's almost a throwout because both teams,
Well, yes.
they come in, they're not really ready to play, and that's what we learned last year when the Bills absolutely walked over the Rams in season 1. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. So Bills are 2.5 favorite, and the over/under is 46.5.
But odds don't matter until the end of the fourth quarter.
Right.
I'm just saying they're it's a decent scoring game.
I would say the over, because with Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, I think that's gonna be big.
Is Bryce Hall back?
He is, but not to the degree that they want him back yet. But that's why they got Dalvin Cook. So I feel like
Oh, I forgot they got him. Shh.
Brother against brother.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anybody curious how Tremaine Edmonds is going to play this year in Chicago?
I think he'll play decent.
Not
I
bad.
think that we're gonna miss him. Like I was never a huge fan of Edmonds, but I think I'll miss him more this year not having him.
Unless whoever they got filling his spot's a better tackler,
Yeah, you never know.
not chasing him down from behind.
The one thing is Edmonds was real tall, lanky, all that good stuff, so he could cover a lot of stuff like up high, and so I feel like they're gonna attack us over the middle more this year.
Yeah.
Anyone got predictions for this game
What?
1?
Are we there?
Okay. Dennis, we'll start with you.
Bills 35, Jets 31.
Bills 35, Jets 31. Okay. Corey.
I'll go Bills 24, Jets 17. Did I say 34?
You said 24.
Oh, 24, 17. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to add 10 more
I
on?
don't know. No.
All right.
Skip.
It would be nice, but
I'm taking the Jets 23-21.
Wow.
ooh, hot take.
Jets. You said 23-21.
23-21
What does the winner get at the end of the season?
It
with
kills
the best,
me. to do it.
Skip's gonna make him another trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
There we go.
Bill?
One of the teams will get 24. The other team will get 10.
Which team?
About who?
One of the teams.
You have to pick one.
Do you want to assign colors? Red or black?
Red or blue?
Or
Red or
green?
black?
I was gonna say
Who's black?
I don't know. Green.
their third jerseys are black.
He's wearing a green shirt right
He's
now.
wearing a green
Yeah, there we
shirt.
go. Okay, well,
He's wearing
yeah,
a
I'll
green
go.
shirt.
Yeah,
We're going Jets what?
24, 10.
24, 10, I guess.
Wow. Okay. Sean.
I got a couple predictions. One missed field goal. Rodgers is gonna get sacked 3+ times.
Whew.
Jets end up winning 28-24.
Oh, yes.
So,
And you're
just
usually right.
anyone's missing a field goal?
Yes.
Or are you saying, okay,
There's gonna be a missed field goal
Bass
somewhere.
or whoever the Jets
Right.
kicker is?
I got a phone-in prediction from Brendan. He's picking the Bills 17-14. And I got nothing from Dr. Mike. Okay, see, if you go with the Jets and they lose, you win.
Right. I feel great one way or another.
I'm going to go Bills.
But would you feel that good if you were correct and like the Bills obviously shit the bed a little
I
bit?
feel smarter than I am now.
I'm going to go Bills 17-13.
So we all did low scores.
I did a little higher.
Sean went
Yeah,
pretty high.
I go
Sean went
30.
28-24.
I think it'll be higher scoring.
Because defense aren't going to show up.
Well, hopefully the Jets defense doesn't show up.
Right. All right. Big question is McDermott calling the defense.
Is he?
He
Now
claims he
they
is.
say, well,
What?
he did the last preseason game.
Who did?
Whoever they just brought in to be the defensive
Coordinator?
coach. Who was it?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I know somebody else
Because
did it.
he did not call the plays in the last preseason,
But
and
I've
he's
heard
yet
of that
to
happen.
decide or announce what he's going to do.
I've heard of that happening though. The last preseason game, a lot of coaches let somebody else. Like I think a player did it. I think like a backup quarterback did it for another team.
Is that just in case something happens to the coach and they need someone to call plays?
I don't know why they do it. To be
Do
honest.
they have to announce who's calling the plays, or just someone call the play and you play the play?
Well, you're a
Or is that
professional.
like
You're a
a
professional
strategic-
football team. I think you really have to have someone acknowledge that they're going to be at the helm of the defense.
Who was it? Leslie Frazier, the
Accountability
assistant
turn.
head coach.
Right.
I think so. Yeah.
Who's the assistant head coach now?
On the spot.
I have no idea. For what?
The assistant head coach. I thought it was Frazier.
I forgot about it.
It will be.
There's another defensive guy, but I can't think of his name.
I have no idea.
I don't
Was
think
it?
I'm getting anything from Mike for this. He's at the Guns N' Roses concert in Toronto.
Sweet child of mine.
Put that away.
So I'm twice in '84.
There's a guy that they brought in.
'93.
Oh,
Separate.
Can't remember. It's a long time ago. They were touring Metallica.
it would have been 93.
I saw
All I'll
this.
say
I
about
saw him at
McDermott
Bills
is
game.
he's
Yeah,
not my
well,
guy. He's not my guy.
No?
He changed the culture to where it needed to go, and I don't think he's going to get us over the hump.
I agree 100%. I think like he did great the last few years, but I think at this point we need somebody else to kind of get us over the hump, like you said.
So, but wouldn't we run the
Actually
risk
cursed.
of losing the culture that he has built?
A little bit.
Like a lot. We've been a lot better with penalties. You know, you guys.
I mean, if you
Oh,
brought in
in
the
that
right
respect.
guy, he's kind of handing the torch off, and then hopefully who you bring in doesn't F it up.
I think he's putting
But then
himself.
And you got Josh in the locker room. Hopefully he can be your leader.
He's
and
definitely putting himself out there, taking the responsibility of a defensive coordinator.
If he's really
if he's
Well, you put yourself out there in the locker room, so.
yeah, I mean he's really putting himself out there.
different podcast, Bill.
Oh, Bill. Oh, never a dull moment with you. I was a big McDermott fan up until I think last year. He lost my vote of confidence. I do think he did change this team. He brought them from a loser to a winner, but I think a lot of that had to do with Josh Allen. If he's got a subpar quarterback, he's gone a long time ago.
It's just like
Yeah.
the Sabres. I
So-
don't think any Buffalo team can pull it off ever.
In our lifetime? I don't
Nope.
know. I don't know.
Lovable losers. I don't
Not
know.
gonna happen.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think that McDermott he served a purpose. He changed the culture, like the trust the process thing. I think that was the right message for a while, but now I don't think it is. Now I think like Al Davis just win, baby.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Anyone else have anything to talk about? Anybody have anything fun happen to them this week?
No,
Not really.
not really. It's Buffalo.
Boring week, man.
Weather's been nice.
Today's
Not
gorgeous.
next week.
Hot.
94
You're welcome.
on Tuesday.
Before you know it, we won't see the sun. So
I don't care. I don't want a 94.
Someone better use
I
my
agree.
pool.
Right.
Bill,
Well,
where
you
are we
know what?
traveling to this week?
I went nowhere this week. I went on Monday to get my dental implant, and I thought it was going to be like a $1,500 balance, and they found a whole bunch of credits, and I owed $61.40.
wow,
So that was a nice little win.
Deal of the week.
They look fantastic.
That's gonna be a new segment. The deal. Who got the deal of the week?
Deal of the week, yeah. I think I did this week.
Do you go to Winning Smiles to get your dental work done?
No, Skip. Thank you for bringing that up.
I'm changing over there.
I've
I'm
been
not.
going to the same dentist group since I've had teeth, so
I am not
Do you
happy
wanna-
with
anyone
my
who
dental
knows
group.
me, I'm very
Do you
loyal
want to
to.
plug them?
I am not happy with my dental group, and I am
Amherst Dental Group.
searching for a new one. But I love my hygienist. That's why I keep going there. But other than that,
Remember, you can love your hygienist, just don't love your
that's
hygienist.
true. That's true.
One of them's nice, the other one's a crime.
Sean.
I'm good. I think it was a great introductory podcast. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
I think the Bills hopefully have a great
Oh,
season.
it's gonna get better from here, guys. We hope.
Well, because we're not going to be eating La Hacienda pizza. Yeah.
Oh,
I
one
enjoyed
last
it.
little date.
Hopefully the audio wasn't too bad. We'll mess around with some microphones.
I think it's gonna go better because we're not just talking about predictions. We're gonna be able to like watch the Bills. 'Cause I have no idea who's even playing for the Buffalo Bills, except for Mitch Morse.
Don't lead with that, please. Don't start the
But-
podcast with that.
No, I'm just.
not if he gets another concussion.
I'm looking forward to more, watching the game and talking about the game
Okay.
than
Sure.
what we think. And
This is just the Bills preview show.
Yeah. And I probably won't even be back.
So this is our preseason.
Your contract says you'll be here more than once.
I haven't signed anything.
We had a verbal. Agreement.
I wasn't recording that conversation.
I did.
Oh, that's illegal.
It's illegal in New York State. It's not a two-way state.
One-sided.
All right. Well, figured the end we sign off with a Go Bills.
Sub Bills.
Bill.
Go Bills.
Go
All right.
Bills.